Hello.
There we go. We're on live.
Are we live?
We're live.
Okay. Hey, Sierra.
How? How goes it?
It's going. It's been a busy week, but it's good. Long time no see.
It's only Wednesday.
I know. I know. It's been a busy week. How's everything in your world?
Good. Recruitment is going good. There's lots of jobs out there. It's busy, which is always good. That means things are moving in the right direction.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, well, we'll give everyone like another second to join in, but if you're joining in with us live, then go ahead and either drop where you're joining from, or if there's a specific discipline that you want to hear more about, or if there's a specific state or city that you want to learn more about. We're really here for you guys. So if there's anything that you want more information on or answer any questions, we have a great team on the back end of it that can share with us any comments. So send them our way. But yeah. Sierra, what do you think? Should we kick it off or give it another second?
Yeah, I mean, we can kick it off. The only other thing I love to know is where you're tuning in from, too. I always like to know where everybody is because everybody's all over the place, so it's fun.
I know. Wait, Sierra, where are you from? Where are you at?
I'm in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that where you're like family from or something?
Nope. I am from Florida originally.
Okay.
The totally other side of the country.
Yeah.
And then I spent most of my family on my mom's side is in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, so I feel like you almost have like best of both worlds. Like you have a reason to go back to Florida, you have a reason for Nashville, but then you get like all the fun stuff on like
West Coast.
You're like West Coast, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It's 75 degrees and sunny here all winter. Just saying.
Okay, yeah, I'm a little jealous. I was gonna say I'm on the East Coast. My family, like for the most part, is we're all from the East Coast, but mostly we claim North Carolina. That's kind of like home base. And for the most part, we have great weather, but we just got like a hint of spring this week. It was like 76, 77 degrees. And now I'm ready for it to be back. But I know we're gonna get like a mini winter. It's gonna be like threat of snow, then we'll get 80. So we're kind of all over the place, but we'll get there eventually. But okay, well, I know I'm new to the lives. It's my first live. I get to hang out with Sierra. So I'll just go ahead and introduce myself. But like it says, my name is Breana. I'm an associate brand manager on the Ally team. I have been with AMN Healthcare for almost 2 years now, and I get to do a lot of fun stuff all across the board, including going live today with Sierra and talking about some cool jobs. I am primarily on the marketing side of things, so if you have any questions regarding schools jobs, I'll be going over that. But if you have any just recruiting questions in general, Sierra's going to help me answer that. Or if neither of us know, we can shoot you a message afterwards, get you set up with a recruiter, and answer any of those questions. But so yeah, 2 years at AMN and this is my first live.
Well, you guys know me. I'm here every time. Yes. But I have been with AMN going on 4 years now, so I am loving it. It's always so much fun. I was just talking to a traveler today, and the best part about it is you're meeting new people every day, and it's so fun. The human aspect of it all is my favorite. The business, fun too. Not my favorite though. I love the people.
Yeah. I know. So where are your travelers at this week? Do you have any like cool locations?
I mean, I have almost 60 of them, so they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Hawaii, California, New York, New Jersey, all over the place. Maryland, anywhere you could think of, I probably know somebody. Kentucky. I have quite a few in Kentucky. If you're listening from my hospital in Kentucky, you know who you are.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to have like some of your travelers like drop like their favorite recommendations or something in all the cities.
I'm sure I could arrange that. with
Yeah,
people.
that would be cool. That would be really cool. I
Yeah.
know we'll like about to go over some jobs, but like it's funny how like I feel like I've traveled like a decent amount, but the more I'm like looking at all the jobs everywhere, I'm like, dang, there's definitely a lot more places I want to go and visit.
Yeah. People, Arizona's one of those places I talk to people a lot because everybody has the perception that it's just a desert everywhere, and
Yeah.
it's not at all.
What
So,
what else is over there?
well, it's not like sandy flatland everywhere. Like if you go out, pretty much anywhere you drive, there's mountain scenes everywhere. So
Yeah.
every direction you look, there's mountains. They're different mountains. They're not like North Carolina mountains or,
Yeah.
Blue Ridge Mountains. They're desert mountains that usually have cactus all over them, but it's
Yeah.
beautiful. And then especially like I said, in the winter, Florida's great, but Florida rains a lot. Arizona, you don't get any rain. It's sunny every day, all day. In my opinion, it doesn't get much better. So,
Yeah. I was gonna say, I actually want to spend more time in Arizona. We drove through there, going to California, and I had never seen the desert before. Like not like that. And we were driving through and I was like, this feels like we're in like the set of like Dune or something. Like, and when we were driving through, there were people like four-wheeling on the sand.
yeah, you have
That's
that. You have a lot of basically everywhere here, with the exception of highways, golf carts are street legal. So golf carts everywhere, all over the place, which is fun. And then, believe it or not, if you do some research, a ton of those like old Western films
uh-huh.
were all filmed here.
Yeah, I definitely want to spend some more time there because that is definitely like I feel like that's like a sneaky place that you don't like think of immediately, but there's like a ton to do there.
That's why when you're looking for a travel job, connecting with a cool recruiter is important because they'll tell you about places that maybe you would have never thought about. So,
Yeah, for
that's the same
sure.
way.
Yeah. Well, you want to jump into some jobs?
Sure. I will. I'm going to go over the medical ones. Brianna will go over the school ones for this week. We each have 5, I believe.
Yep.
So we'll jump right in. So the first one we have is going to be an IR tech position in Las Vegas, Nevada. Um, Las Vegas speaks for itself. If you haven't been to Las Vegas, such as myself, which is so silly because Phoenix, Arizona is only a 4-hour drive to Las Vegas. Super cool stuff to do there. I know I've been looking forward to going. So,
I was gonna say, Sierra, you might have to add this to your list. We just went. We like attended the Sphere. They're having concerts at the
yeah,
Sphere, and it
yeah.
is crazy.
I've heard it's really cool, and the sphere emojis are hilarious. So
Mhm.
really check that out. That's a really cool one to look out. And then believe it or not, Las Vegas is also really cool. When it comes to nature stuff, I know that's not necessarily what it's known for, but speaking of Arizona, you can see, I believe the Grand Canyon is about, I I want to say it's like thousands and thousands and thousands of acres worth is the Grand Canyon. It's humongous, way bigger in person than you'd ever think. I've been a few times now, but part of it's in Arizona, part of it's in Las Vegas or in Nevada, so you can get to it from there too. So really a cool thing to see, one of the 7 wonders of the world. So definitely check that out too. But we'll jump into the second one. We have a pediatric echo ultrasound position in Palo Alto, California. I can tell you, I have had travelers at this position before. It has been a really great position. Most of the time, people like to stay as long as they possibly can. It's beautiful area of California too. Also, really good weather, pretty much year round as well. So, tons to do there. And tons of outdoor stuff there too. So if you like outdoors, great. It has tons of opportunity, but also really good food options in that area of all different backgrounds and cultures. So if you're a foodie like myself, highly recommend that one as well. Um, the
Yeah,
third one I have,
we need to make a call out. If any of your travelers are listening and went to Palo Alto, they need to drop their favorite foods.
there's probably so many to choose from. But the third one I have is going to be a PT position. It's going to be within the outpatient setting in Henderson, Nevada. Um, not this specific location, but plenty of other locations of the same. I have had and do currently have lots of travelers there. So definitely one to look out for if you're looking for a new PT contract or your first PT contract. As a fun side note, it is new grad season. If you are a new grad PT, you know this already because you probably just got the results of your boards. We do take new grad PTs. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. But something to keep in mind too, this position in specific is going to be new grad friendly. So just hit me up if you want to look into this one. I can tell you more about it. But it is not far from Las Vegas. It's technically a city that's really considered still Vegas, but it is a little bit quieter, a little further away from the strip. So you can still get to everything to do in Vegas, but still have a little bit more of a laid back environment compared to Las Vegas itself, if that is not your speed. So that is the third one I've got. The fourth one I have is going to be an outpatient PT position as well. This is going to be in Wesley Hills, Massachusetts. Also, Massachusetts kind of speaks for itself. It's another very eclectic place. You can get to Boston pretty easily from here too. So also tons of good food, tons of opportunity to experience new things. But it is still going to have somewhat of that small town feel, even though you're really close to the city. So you can get to the city if you like the city, or stay away from it if you don't like the city. You have both options here too, just like Henderson, Nevada on the last one. Both, just as a side note, both PT positions I'm talking about will move quickly. So if you're interested in these, hit us up as soon as possible because these will more than likely not be open in the next 24 to 48 hours. So we want to get you applied for there pretty quick. But that is the fourth one. And then the fifth one is going to be another IR tech position. This is in Daytona Beach, Florida. It's Florida. What can I say? It's my home, but you can obviously go to the beach here, hence the name. Water sports are a big thing there too. They do the Daytona 500 in Daytona Beach, also hence the name. And then the NASCAR Hall of Fame is there as well, and just tons to do. Music festivals, outdoor activities, indoor activities, everything you could possibly think of in Daytona Beach. So if you are interested in that one, again, definitely hit us up as soon as possible. This is a great contract in Florida, so it's going to go quick too. So everything is speed as much as we possibly can if you're looking for the perfect position. So with that being said, I will hand it back over to Breana for this.
Yeah. And I was going to say, I have a soft spot for Massachusetts. My family is from right outside of Boston. So if you have not experienced Massachusetts, especially now whenever the weather is starting to get better, it is beautiful. And North End Pizza, that's where you need to go for food. So if you have not been, you've got to go. So
Yeah,
that's my 2 cents on that.
As an additional side note, as it sits right now, I've got about 8 travelers of mine that are all amazing people in the Boston area, and all sorts of different positions. So definitely a place I can give you and get you lots of recommendations and stuff for that area too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a beautiful spot. Okay. Well, I'm going to move into some of our school's positions, and we have everything's coming up speech language pathologist. So I also have to give a quick shout out. If you are an SLP and you have not started listening to SLP Full Disclosure podcast, please go check it out right now. So I have a really cool opportunity working with our podcast hosts and podcast team. So if you are an SLP, that is such a great resource. Michelle Gage is our podcast host. She has been an SLP for over 20 years. She is amazing at what she does. She has worked with people from all over the country. And we just kicked off our 2025 season. So we have a ton of really cool guests lined up. She's gone through all kinds of topics like child development, sensory issues, behavioral issues. So if you are an SLP and either you are in grad school or just getting started in your career or 10 years into your career, this is a really, really great resource. So please go check us out. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. So really great resource, and episodes drop bi-weekly. So with that, I'll go into our first position, which is SLP. This is in Yarrington, Nevada. Um, and I feel like a lot of things are coming up West Coast for us, Sierra, but this is like a very cool place to be. If you have not experienced like desert landscapes, you like I feel like that's something you've got to like experience in person because once you see it, maybe it's because I'm from the East Coast, so I was not expecting it, but once you see it, you're like, cannot believe this is in the US. It's a beautiful place to be. On one side, you kind of have like the desert, but then also on the other side, you have the mountains. Also, Yarrington, the actual town, is only an hour from Lake Tahoe. So, personally, that's a big bucket list place for me. I want to go visit. If you look at any picture, I don't think there's like a bad picture of Lake Tahoe. So, if you have never been to that part of the country, and you want to experience kind of something new, you really get kind of the best of both worlds. You can experience like the desert, being close to beautiful mountains. They also have like hot springs all around that area. So it's very beautiful. Also, if you are a clinical fellow, you are encouraged to apply. So if you have questions more specifically about this position, send us a message or just drop a comment below and we can reach out to you. We can get you set up with a recruiter and at least answer some more of those questions. So that is our first position. And then our second position, this is one that's hiring fast. So if you had any interest at all, reach out today, send us a message now, and we can get you set up with a recruiter. So this is an SLP in Elk Grove, California. And when I was looking, I've never been to like Elk Grove. I've never been to Sacramento, and it's right outside Sacramento. But this has actually been voted as the one of the best places to live in California. So I feel like you can go into this assignment feeling pretty good with your choice. It's right outside Sacramento, so you still have like the city aspect. There's still a ton to do, outdoor activities, all these museums, sports teams, but then you're also only like a little over an hour from San Francisco. So you can really like, if you have a bucket list whatsoever, you're about to start like checking everything off with this one. So it is a really beautiful area, and it also has a little bit of that mix of like that mountainy desert area, but then also you're so close to like such major cities. But again, this is a position that is hiring fast. So if you are even slightly interested, send us a message now and then we can kind of get you set up or at least start answering some of those questions. And then I'll go into our third, which is another one that is hiring fast. This one has a start date in August 2025, but they do want to get someone set up and in the position as soon as possible. So, again, if you're interested, send us a message today, drop in the comments. But this is located in Delta, Colorado. So, this is also on my bucket list. I'm realizing how much I still have to do, but this area in Delta, Colorado has so much around it. And if you are even slightly interested in national parks, this may be the assignment for you. So, like right in the backyard, you have Grand Mesa National Forest, you have the Black Canyon and Gunnison River. So, I had not really heard of those things either. So, I started looking them up and they're stunning. So if you even remotely are looking for some beautiful adventure, like this is it. So in Delta, also you're only 2 hours. Like if you want to do some of the more like larger, well-known national parks, Arches National Park is only 2 hours one way, and then Aspen is 2.5 hours the other way. So I feel like you've got kind of the best of both worlds on that one. Sarah, have you ever been to like the national parks?
Not in Colorado, but I was about to interrupt you because I got a phone call right before I jumped on to go live with you today, from one of, I have a lot of favorite travelers. Okay, I love them all, but one of them is actually going to be headed to Grand Junction in the next couple of weeks.
Ooh.
Not to Delta, but to Grand Junction. So I know she's excited about it. Cost of living isn't too bad in Grand Junction. It's not like Denver.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in that area, you're welcome to hit me up, and I will have maybe a resource and a friend for you once you get there.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah,
But
because
I
Grand
told her to
Junction
go
is right
log on.
next door.
I told her to go log on to watch our live on YouTube. So we'll see if she notices that I maybe mentioned her
Yeah.
today.
Okay, if you are who Sierra's talking about, make sure you like send us a wave emoji or something so we know. But yeah, this is a really cool place to check out. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. We have another SLP position, also hiring fast. The start date for this one is July 2025. So again, if you are even slightly interested, reach out today, drop a comment, send us a message, and we will at least answer some questions or get you set up if this is what you're looking for. But this is in Georgia. So if you're looking maybe a different kind of adventure, if you're looking for kind of like a Hallmark getaway, maybe I'm thinking Gilmore Girls vibes, Vampire Diaries, historic town. This is kind of the assignment for you. So I also love Georgia. I'm in North Carolina, so we're really not that far. But it is a beautiful, beautiful place. So this town is kind of like the historic town. They have lots of local festivals throughout the year. And yeah, if you're kind of looking for that like Hallmark getaway, this might be the place for you. It is also only 30 minutes from Atlanta if you still want some of that city vibes. There's Atlanta, there's so much going on there. They have concerts, the Coca-Cola Museum. It's actually where I saw Taylor Swift at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So would recommend. So if you are looking for something a little more East Coast, a little more lower speed, this may be the one for you. Speech therapist clinical fellows are also encouraged to apply. So if that applies to you, drop a comment, send us a message, and we can kind of start answering some of those questions. But the last position I have for you guys is also on the East Coast. SLP in Washington, D.C., and this has a start date that's coming up. So if you are ready for kind of like a big city moment, this might be for you. So D.C. honestly kind of speaks for itself. If you're not sure if you want to visit DC, I would recommend watching National Treasure or The Night in the Museum. Great movies, 10 out of 10 all around, and it'll get you excited for DC. Especially in the springtime, it's really, really beautiful. So those are the jobs that we have for you guys. If you have any questions, make sure you apply and apply, but reach out to us, drop comments, send us a message. But Sierra, did you have some reasons why? Some why AMN maybe?
Yeah, we'll go over why should you apply. I mean, we have tons of benefits, so we'll talk about that really quick and let everybody go. But obviously, the travel piece of it is its own thing, right? You can experience new places, maybe places you've never been, maybe go to Arizona when you never thought about it. Anything is possible. Any licenses or certifications that you need for your assignment, we can reimburse. So that is nice. If you need to renew a BLS or anything of the sort, we are your go-to people for that. And then, of course, travel. If you're not familiar, you are eligible for tax-free stipends as long as you are duplicating expenses. So obviously, you're welcome to reach out to me directly to kind of talk about the details of all of that. I have been recruiting a while. I know lots of the ins and outs, so just hit me up. We've got full benefits, dental, vision, and health insurance, as well as 401k with a match program. I can tell you all more about that too. You can go into our AMN Passport app and create an application as well. And there's tons of documents accessible in there to see details on how tax-free stipends work and how our benefits work and all of that good stuff. We do just have AMN perks as well. We are a good company, so we have different discount codes and stuff for hotels and rental cars and stuff that you can utilize if you are on contracts with us. I know we mentioned briefly about it being new grad season for PTs right now, but we do have a new grad program where we can set you up with a mentor who is not only a therapist, but also a traveling therapist. So you get the best of both worlds on just helping you navigate not just the way through the PT world outside of school, but PT traveling as well. So definitely something to look forward to there. And then we do have clinical manager support for anything on the clinical side. If you have any level of concerns or questions on clinical stuff that a regular human that happens to be a recruiter, such as myself, probably doesn't know the answers to, we have support for that are healthcare professionals that have come into the clinical manager space on our side as well. And then we do offer referral bonuses. So those referral bonuses are depending on the skill set, but the biggest one to call out right now that's going to be our highest one is $2,500 for cath lab techs and interventional radiology techs. So if you like a little passive income by not having to do much except say call Sierra and make $2,500, there's no reason to not. So other than that, I do know we have a little promotion going on, so I'll hand that over to you, Breana.
Yeah, I know. And $2,500, I'll take that. The price of eggs is like $4 now, so that'll go a long way. But yeah, so we do have a really cool promotion that we also have going on for starting in the month of February. So from February 10th through March 15th, if you apply and start a Unity Point position, you can get a free Patagonia fleece. So if you're already thinking like, I know I want to start a new position, I've been looking, like now's the time, go ahead and refer a friend and get that $2,500, and then sign up for your position, and we can get things starting, get things rolling, and then we can get you guys a free Patagonia fleece as well. So we have a lot of really cool things going on right now. But this has been really great. Thank you, Sierra, and thank you everyone for tuning in. So make sure you guys are up to date by following us on Instagram. If you have any questions, if you just want to talk to a recruiter just to see what possibilities might be out there, make sure you comment, send us a message, whatever you're thinking. Even make it fun. Be like, okay, I don't know where I want to go, but I'm thinking sunshine. And then we can get you set up in a really cool opportunity and get you guys started today. So again, thank you everyone. Make sure you download the AMN Passport app, and we will see you bi-weekly to give you updates on the latest hot jobs for AMN Healthcare Allied.
Bye.
So